Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am going to show and tell you guys what I think is the best car from each brand. Now, if I don't include a specific brand or car, it's either because A, I've forgotten about them, B, I didn't even know that brand existed, or C, I just don't think that there is a pretty or good looking car from that brand at all. Now, this is just my opinion, and even though I'm saying this right now, I bet I'm gonna get a bunch of comments saying, no, this car is the best looking, no, it's this one, yeah, but you kinda right, but no, it's this one. But we're just gonna do it anyway, I'll get through that. And some cars I have an explanation for, some I don't. But we're gonna look at cars and, they'll come in different shapes and different sizes. And, well, let's get started. The first one is the Mark II Dacia Sandero, the facelifted one if you will. I don't think that the current one actually looks good. It just looks like a facelift version of this, and it looks worse. And the grille and the lights kind of make this better than the pre-facelift one. Next is Ferrari. I think the 488 is the best. Here's why. Ever since the 458 came out, I thought it was the best looking Ferrari ever. And then the 488 came along and it looked like a more aggressive, tougher version of the 458, and that's why I love the Ferrari 458. Next is the Maserati Gran Turismo MC. The Gran Turismo is a good looking car, but the MC version looks even better. Next is the Jaguar F-Type. I love the look of this car. I don't like the look of the facelifted one, but I love this one. Good. And I know a lot of people are going to complain to me that, oh, you didn't say that the E-Type was the best, blah 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 blah. Next is the Toyota Corolla GR, or the GR Corolla. I like the look of this Corolla, this generation of Corolla. It looks very good, even for a standard Toyota, which is a surprise. And then Toyota go along and make this. Pretty sick. Next is the Peugeot RCZ. It's a coupe by Peugeot. Yeah, people who made just rubbish little hatchbacks that weren't so reliable. And well, look at it, it's a coupe. I mean, I know it's got a double bubble roof nearly, but we'll get rid of that from our minds. And don't forget, Peugeot styling nowadays is pretty sick. Look at the 308, look at the 208, look at the 508. I know there's a lot of 8s there, but you get the idea. Pretty good Peugeots here. Next is Alfa Romeo. This is the 159, and well, I think it's got like the best lights, it's got the best overall body shape, it's got some good wheels. I know, but the 4C doesn't give me any vibes. The 8C looks out of proportion, so I guess I have to give it to this. Next is the McLaren 675 LT. I like this one because the front compared to all other McLarens actually looks good, and the back also looks really good, and it doesn't look too long as well, and it comes in this sexy green. Next is Chevrolet, and I'm gonna go for the C7 Corvette. It's kind of the same recipe as the C6, but it looks more aggressive, more buff, and it looks like it's built with quality. And I'm going to give a second place, this is very rare on this list, I'm going to give it to the Camaro as well. Only for one reason and one reason only. It is because of the iconic Bumblebee, you cannot forget that. Next is Mini, and I'm going to go for the Gen 2 Mini hatch. The Mark 1 I didn't really like, and the Mark 3 looks similar to this, but not for me really. And it is most certainly not going to be any of these ugly minis: Countryman, Roadster, Coupe, Clubman and Paceman. It's not going to be any of those. Next is TVR, and for me it's the Sagaris. It's got absolutely beautiful shape with slashes everywhere, and it's got cool sideways exhausts, and it's got a cool see-through spoiler. It's just sick, man. Next is Nissan. For me, it would be the R34. I don't know why, but I prefer the looks of the R34 over the R35. I prefer the grille, lights, I feel like it's also more iconic. Next is Saab, and I'm gonna give it to the 9-3 facelift. I like this Vectra because the lights look, well, they fit. The grille actually looks decent, and really it's just looks like an ordinary saloon besides the lights and the grille, really. To be honest, from the side, this Saab 9-3 looks best, but not from the front and back. From Suzuki, it would be the SX4. Yeah, that's it. From Volvo, it would be the C30, especially if you add like the spoiler, cool rims, the cool bumpers and all that. Like our design, it's such a good looking Volvo, better than the saloons and the estates that they give. Not that the modern day saloons and estates are bad looking. Next is Citroen, and well, it's going to be the Citroen DS3. It looks better than the DS4 and DS5, that's about it really. Next is Mercedes, and I'm going to go for the Mercedes C-Class Coupe. Coupe is obviously cooler than the saloon versions, and well, the C-Class Coupe looks better than the E and S-Class Coupe versions, so it had to be this one. Next is going to be Skoda, and it's going to be the Skoda Octavia previous generation. Either way, I just think it's the best looking one. Next is my dear Subaru. The best looking one is the second generation of Impreza WRX STI with the first facelift, with this blue in this gold. It looks so good, you cannot deny it. And even the facelifted version of the Mark 1 BRZ is pretty sweet. Next is Smart, and well, the newer cars slash foreign cars look absolutely rubbish, and so I'm gonna have to go for an older one, and I don't really like the 4.2 in any shape or manner, so it's gonna have to be the 4.4, and the coupe and most of the ones look absolutely hideous. Next is Aston Martin, and I'm gonna go for the Vanquish. Now, I will concede that Aston Martins all look the same, but you know, I had to choose one, and I choose the Vanquish. It's just, I don't know, you get what you get. Next is the Lancia. This is called Deidra, I think. Anyway, the Deidra. It's a saloon car by Lancia. I think it's better than like the Fulvia, the 037, the Integrale, all of those road versions, of course, not the rally cars. I just think it looks better than any of them. Next is MG, and I'm gonna go for the MG Power XS, MG SV something, X Power SV. It's probably the best looking car MG had ever made. I mean, yeah, you got the MG TF and the MGF and all those, but this looks a lot better. Next is the Volkswagen Arteon. I like the lights, I like the way the bonnet comes over them, I like all the cool lines and LED lights, I like the wheels, it's such a good looking body shape. Next is the Range Rover Sport, not the new one that's just come out, not the one before, but the one before. It's just the best looking Land Rover that I guess you can have. It looks better than the standard Range Rover, so it looks sleeker. Well, it should do, it's a sport version. Next is Vauxhall / Opel. I'm gonna go for the Astra GTC, the previous generation of Astra. No, the previous generation of Astra, I think. I like the body, and I like it in the VXR version. The end. Next is Infiniti, which is basically just a Datsun, which is just a Nissan in a fancy body. But anyway, this is the Q60, I think. And well, I think it has the best looking body out of all Infinitis, especially the SUV ones. They're absolutely hideous. Next is Lexus, which is kind of the same thing, just a Toyota with a different badge. The RC is definitely the best looking one. The LC, I think it is, I feel like it's too curvy and it does too much work. This one looks just about right. Next is the RX-7 from Mazda. I don't know which generation it is, I know it's the last one, I don't know how many generations of the RX-7 there have been, but I like this one. It's got a cool looking body, a cool front splitter, Lights look pretty good except for the pop-ups, I don't really like them. Overall body shape is cool, and you have the cool spoiler. And to be fair, this CX-3 isn't bad either. I think it's a very good looking car. Next is Honda. I'm not going to go for the NSX, believe it or not, because I believe that the S2000 looks a lot better. And also you got VTEC that goes to 9,000 RPM. Next is BMW, and I'm going to go for the 4 Series Coupe, not the current one because of that grille. But this one, yeah, I like the shape of this. It's got a good looking grille, good looking body, good looking lights overall. It's just a good looking car, I guess. Next is Audi, and I'm going to go for the A5 Coupe. The grille works, the lights work, the overall body shape where the windscreen meets the boot works. Next is Kia. This is the Kia Ceed or Rio. It's the Ceed. Anyway, Kia and Hyundai are on a roll. And when we look at it, it's got a cool grille design. It's got good looking light design. And because it's a modern Kia, it just looks like quality compared to the old Kias that Kia used to produce. It looks really sporty as well. Next is Mitsubishi. This is the 3000 GT, I think. I like this one. It looks better than the Evo saloon car. It's got a cool spoiler. Body shape looks pretty cool, and I prefer these lights over the pop-up headlights. Yep, I'm about to get some hate. Next is Hyundai. I think the best looking one is the i20. I feel like the i30 just isn't enough. But anyway, it looks small and aggressive, and it's going sort of thing at you. Next is Seat. I think that the Ibiza, the 2021 facelift version, looks the best. It looks the most aggressive, and the lights are the best. It just works. Next is Lotus, and this is the Exige. It's got a good size, and because it's got a good size, it actually looks like it has good dimensions. It's got a good spoiler or wing, decent enough grille, cool lights, and that's about it for that one. Next is Renault, and I'm gonna go for the Laguna. Now the coupe could look better, but it doesn't. It looks rubbish. This looks better. I think the grille works, the lights work, the back works. It's just that, really. Next is Cadillac, and this is the CT4, I think. Grille works, the lights just about work. From the side it looks alright, and the back, well, you know what you can do. Next is Fiat. I'm gonna go for the 124 Spider. Yeah, it's a coupe by Fiat. That's really all you can say about that. I'm definitely not choosing the 500, I'll tell you that much. And that is the end of car brands with the best looking cars, or the other way around, whatever it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you'd like to check out my main channel, then I'll leave it in the description for you. What the hell is he doing? But anyway, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, and I forgot to say, Merry Christmas / Happy Holidays, guys.